You already know from the title of the video. We're going to talk about cartoons versus anime. I know you heard this like a million times, but...
What's this cartoon called again?
Oshikuru Demon Samurai.
And it's not a cartoon, it's anime.
Okay, now let's start from the beginning. One of the first animations to come out, I don't remember the name of it, but this is one of them, and it is a really old cartoon. And try to compare this simplistic animation compared to this animation, one of the first anime to ever come out. And this was only created a few months later with color and with, faster animation quality, frame by frame animation style. Yes, both of them came out roughly around the same year. Okay, let's look at the definition of anime. A style of Japanese film and television animation typically aimed at adults as well as children. Boom. Now, let's look at the cartoon definition. Alright, a simple drawing showing the features of its subjects in humorously exaggerated ways or whatever. Okay, now look at the word. A simple drawing. Simple drawing. Simple drawing. Simple drawing. Alright. Now, if we look at our modern day cartoons, for example, Adventure Time, look at how simplistic the animation style is. This is of cartoon animation style. Then let's compare it to anime. You see the noticeable difference between the animation styles? Anime has a unique art style compared to cartoons. That's why people say there's a difference between cartoon and anime. It's the animation style that makes the difference between the two. And the budget quality as well. There are exceptions to some cartoons with okay animation, but they're really rare. You don't really see them nowadays. Like, for example, Young Justice, the animation quality isn't half bad, but it's nothing on, like, anime level type stuff, And another thing that makes anime typically unique is that it usually has really good stories and a really big fan base behind it, while most cartoons do not. Like, there's some exceptions like, Young Justice, Steven Universe, Adventure Times that have pretty big fan bases, but anime, there are way bigger fan bases than that of cartoons in this day and age. And in the Western world, cartoons are usually aimed at children, just mostly children. And if an adult sits there and tries to watch a cartoon, they'll be looked at as childish, but anime is a completely different thing. Usually, most anime series tend to be more mature than any regular cartoon or animation or whatever. And cartoons are usually loved by most, teenagers and young adults. That's all. That's like the big noticeable difference. Imagine being a fan of this, and someone points out and says, "Hey, why are you watching a cartoon? What are you, a child?" And they sit there and try to compare something like this to something like this. You see? Wouldn't that piss you off? Like, it really does. Like, isn't it annoying when people say, "Oh, why are you watching cartoons?" It's not a cartoon. It's anime, alright? Get it right. Get it tight. Well, that sounds weird the way I just said it. Alright, but there's a difference between cartoons and anime, and I've given you a bunch of examples and proof and whatnot and blah, 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 blah. And all I gotta say is this.
And it's not a cartoon, it's anime.